What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So we are on our way back to the U-Pull here in Youngstown. You know, we found some parts up here last week. If you didn't get a chance to check that video out right here, I encourage you guys to go check it out. But anyways, nonetheless, we got some parts up here we want to pick, and you know, we're gonna put the hat on backwards today. We got the whole bags of tools in the back, and we're ready to start picking and pulling, bros. Love to do this shit. This stuff is, you know, in my blood. It's been in my blood for a long time, and sometimes you got to go get them. So if you enjoy this sort of stuff, hit that like and subscribe below, as it helps the channel grow. And I will see you guys over here. Let's go get checked in.
Give me fire, give me that on Chinese side.
We had to grab a wheelbarrow for all the tools that we brought today, because you never know. I mean, when you come to the junkyard, you got to have them all. Hopefully some of that stuff, I know that Foxbody's probably still there, but I kind of hope that somebody didn't go in there and just start tearing it apart. Hopefully the parts aren't all busted up when I get there. I'll be disappointed, especially the dash. There's a lot of dash parts that I like go through. But if we still see that GT40 stuff, then this thing must weigh like 100 pounds. Then we're gonna try to grab that intake at least. It's gonna be 95 degrees today in Youngstown, which is crazy, but them is what they call the brakes. Let's get into the yard. Can't forget the water. Gotta stay hydrated today. It's gonna be hot. Brought some Gatorade for the electrolytes. Trying to work out later, man. Y'all remember Mike, right?
What's up, guys?
Last couple videos that we did on the GT40 stuff. But it's okay that I bring my tools while they got that open.
Yeah, that's fine.
I appreciate you, man. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I got about 30 minutes in, busting down the GT40 P heads. Ended up getting over here and the intake was gone from last week. I posted that video Friday night. I was gonna come back Saturday and get it, but from what the guys was telling me, they somebody had already come and picked this off before I had a chance to even plan for it. But they left the P heads, and this row's about to get crushed. They're actually waiting on me. So this thing has been sitting here for a couple months. I'm not letting these P heads go. I'm legit gonna get, as I already know where all the bolts are at. I've pulled so many of these. So Cousin Paul and Cousin Fred will be super proud of me for coming out here and cranking it down on a 95-degree weather. And then just maybe I can get to that dash, because I want to get the cylinder heads and the dash. I didn't even expect to get the cylinder heads, but it's a bonus because I would have rather had the cylinder heads over the intake anyways. Got one down, got the other one to go. This one was kind of a pita in the back. We were doing pretty good until we got to that back one, and couldn't get any good stuff on it. But time to take a little break, get drink some water, start hitting on the other one. I'm getting my camera all dirty. Hat's backward, boys. Gloves are off. Got some nicks and bruises up in here. That's what it's all about. So we're on our last phase here. Gotta find a rocker that dropped, but pretty simple, just 10 bolts. I'm gonna pull this out. Made it with this one here, and then we'll get cleaned up, take the stuff to the truck, and then we'll go head over to the Foxbody, probably try to pull that dash. Hopefully it's not all broke up, but hats backwards, gloves off, boys. Ain't too ashamed to get in the junkyard and get dirty. These P heads are worth their weight in gold, rebuilt. We do a lot of rebuilding on GT40 parts, and the machining, sonic tanking, stuff like that to make them, you know, honestly, the GT40 intake and the GT40 cylinder heads are legitimately the best bang for buck for a stock bottom end Foxbody, period. I know aluminum heads and aftermarket intakes out there that are, you know, better, but they're also more money and kind of hard to come by at this point. So let me get finished here, and you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the junkyard videos. Hopefully everything goes well with these last 10 bolts, and we're gonna get these things on the ground, go pay for them, and clean up, come back in, and reset for round 2. Before I finish, I did want to make a shout out to the guys who are out here working in, you know, 95-degree weather. Ended up meeting a couple of them. They were recently subscribed to the channel, so you know, it's nice meeting you, and I appreciate the conversation that we did have. So shout out to you guys out there, you know, busting knuckles like me every day. It's what we do, man. Never too proud. All right. Hell yeah. I think I got one more bolt back there. But about an hour, hour and a half tops. Wasn't bad. The intake was already off, so that was kind of made it a little bit easy, but let me get it out on the ground. This particular set actually looks really good. This is the passenger side. Usually these are all rotted and stuff, but this actually is going to be a good core set. You can tell they were burning, you know, very well for the most part. You know, it doesn't look like there's any bent valves, so it's definitely going to make a nice little core set for us to rebuild and sell, use, whatever. Get cleaned up a little bit. We're going to head over to the booth. We'll check out, reset, and then head over to the Foxbody. So there's not much there. I think I just want to get some interior parts, but I am going to try to cut that bumper off front. I don't want to leave that either. I didn't do too bad for the pick. The set of heads only cost me about $113, you know, no big deal. They look like they're in really good condition. We'll put a set of Trick Flow 2500 100 springs in it. We'll deck them, maybe cut the seats, obviously cut the valves, you know, and just basically rebuild them. So when they go on a Foxbody, whether it's mine or somebody else's, they're in good shape. You know what I mean? I know there's a plug angle thing that everyone's scared about, but I think I pretty much debunked that myth in my channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, probably should go check out some of the older videos. But hats backwards, guys, gloves off. We're gonna eat a little bit, and then we're gonna head back over to Foxbody, so I'll see you there. All right, so I got back to the Foxbody that you guys seen on the other part of the channel, and looked like somebody had come in here and messed with it a little bit. No big deal. There are some parts that are missing and are broken, but we're gonna take what we can now. Probably just get this dash. That's really pretty much all I was after for the most part. Maybe kind of mess with some of the front bumper. If I can get that front bumper and that dash, that'll be a huge win for the day. I got some ideas to do with this front bumper. It looks like it's just paint chipped, which is good. Doesn't look like it's all broked up. So maybe I can get it off or saw it off or whatever. You know, I need to get that spat, either way you look at it. But yeah, let me get busy and try to get some of these parts. Be here a few more hours. I won't, I'll check in as we pull them. So instead of fighting the bumper, you know, and all them rusty ass header panels, we're just gonna take the whole walk off. Ended up even getting the splash guards as well too. So we'll probably try to get the splash guards off and try to saw it right here, because I don't want the fender. I don't want to be charged for the fender, but definitely a decent bumper, at least for the most part. Like I said, I got a coupe at home that could use a bumper and probably some spats too. So it's a win. Anyway, look at it, saving some parts. Alright, so what I ended up actually doing is getting the walk off off. It's only really the fender bolts and the bottom bolts and a couple of the support, and usually there's one up in here. But what we're actually doing is trying to get the fender flares off, or the splash guards, if you want to call them. They're pretty rusty, so I want to deal with that when I get home. So I've managed to make some surgical incisions here to get rid of this fender, because I'm going to cut this fender and spat and everything out, and just, you know, when I get up there, I'll probably just get charged for the bumper and a couple splash guards, especially the F1 ZBs. They don't make splash guards anymore for Fox bodies, so trying to preserve them as much as possible for those folks that are doing resto mods, etc., is really important, because those things they don't even make anymore. So we're almost done with the bumper. We're gonna go right in here to the dash. Legitimately, all I'm really gonna get is the dash and the heater controls, and call it a day. But it's definitely a big win for us if we get all that stuff, because like I said, I'll have this front bumper for the coupe, which just so happens to be a Colonel. If you guys don't know what that is, it's an aftermarket bumper that was made back in the 90s. So pretty nice little setup. We just got to soak the bolts and, you know, make the bumper usable again. I apologize, it's a little bit hard to film when
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop.
I tell you what, that was not an easy pick, but you know what? I brought it to the channel. You know, I'm freaking filthy. I'm absolutely sweated to death. Ready to go home. Got to get some water in me, get some AC on me, stop, clean my hands up a little bit. It was a good pick either way. Give you guys any inclination on how hot it actually is. Ended up making it home, got cleaned up a little bit. We're gonna go over here and unload the stuff in my garage. All right, so we'll go through the pick real quick. Long story short, it's junkyard parts. But you probably say to yourself, well, why did you even bother, Dan? Why did you, I mean, what's the big deal about it? Let me show you. Let's take, for instance, this dash. It's red, right? It's ugly. It's gonna need restored anyways, right? Tabs are here, not broken, not broken. All this looks good. This is a perfect dash to restore and to make it a black dash. I already got a horse, extra horse from another one. So what we'll end up doing is we'll end up scuffing this up really good, taking it all apart, cleaning all the heating duct system, making sure nothing's broken, which is not, and making it a black dash, including the little white attention to detail things. You know, same thing. You got a knee bolster, not broken or chipped. Rubber's still there. You can make a little bit of gluey on it. Glove box not broken. Got the tabs. Bezel not broken. Has all the tabs. Shifter bezel doesn't have the cigarette burns in it. All the tabs. Man, this stuff cleans up. And when I say we break the dashes down, we break them down to like nothing. Because in order to restore a dash properly, you legitimately have to break every piece down, including every little vent. Me and Cousin Paul have been doing this for years, and we've kind of half perfected it, I guess you could say. And the other reason why I went after these GT40 P heads is because the truck that it came out of only had about 100,000 miles on it, which ain't shit for these little 302s. So it only made sense for me to grab them too. So you say to yourself, well, why are you going these picks? It's not a big deal. To somebody who's restoring a Foxbody that wants a black dash and doesn't mind the fact that I restored it, which it's not gonna scratch after I'm done with it. It's gonna look amazing. Somebody's gonna appreciate that. From junkyard to, from the basement to the top tier, baby. That's what these parts are gonna go to. Found a good coil cover that's not busted. You can clean that up and buy a sticker from LMR or one of the Resto sites. Splash guards, I had to do a little bit of work to them, but these are the F1ZB wheel splash guards. These are only made a couple of years. They've never repopped this, if I'm not mistaken. I think they only repopped the 87 to 90. And last but not least, one of the main reasons why I went up there is to grab this bumper. You can see it's a repop replacement. What this bumper's for is for our coupe project. You know, I can't leave it like that. So I ended up getting a bumper, got it for cheap, got the whole header panel and everything. We're gonna get the spats off. You know, it's a nice bumper. It's not all broken in the air dam. No, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you, man. If you guys enjoy me doing stuff like this, going on picks, showing you what we got, going on car picks with the, you know, with the like the red coupe last week, you know, the deals are still out there and they're in the junkyard too. You know, these parts are gonna get hard to find. They don't make them no more. They repop some of them aren't that good. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you guys enjoy the channel, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out. It helps grow the channel. But outside of that, we got some good videos coming up. We got a Mustang dyno versus dyno jet. We got some track videos coming up, and I'm gonna introduce you to my buddy Dan, who has a 3,000 plus horsepower Ford you gotta see. So stick around in the channel. We'll see you guys soon in the next video. Thank you.